WYFP Harpswell.
Trust His word, count me, count me, count me with the children of the heavenly King, count me with the servants who would service bring, count me with the ransomed who would praises sing, count me, count me. Saved by grace. Count me, who have found in Christ the hiding place. Count me. When you count up those who do the right, count me. Who are walking in the gospel light, count me, count me, count me with the children of the heavenly King, count me with the servants who would service bring, count me with the ransomed to His praises sing, count me, count me, count me, count me.
Ahoy! It's Shareathon! It's time for the Captain's Club! Welcome to the Shareathon Captain's Club. Grab your phone and call. Ahoy! Hey, it's time to call.
It is almost time to call. Hey, thanks for joining us for the Captain's Club. Our Shareathon edition has lots of riddles, but no Uncle Charlie, no Sugar Creek Gang, but you get to call and answer the riddles that we have. We have 6 right now, and hopefully we'll get to all of them. We have to introduce a couple people, though, before we get too far. Miss Barbara, cryptologic technician, deciphering messages from those answering the phones, and Chief Anarchy Coordinator as well. Thank you for joining us. Are you ready to go out to sea again?
Mr. Mike, hola, using a little Spanish
Whoa.
here. I've got it all going today, so I am ready to go. Let's do it.
Well, if we sail into Spanish waters, we'll be ready. Mr. Jason, you have the lofty title of Chief Bilge Pump Operator Second Class. Are you ready to deal with a flood of riddles?
Am I ready? Am I ready?
Yes.
Am I ready? Yes,
That's
of course
the
I am.
question
That
of
is
the
the
day.
question. No, I've got my my mop and bucket all prepared.
Well, you are going to have to give the answer. Do you want to the phone number for the kids to
Yeah,
call no, not the
I
answer.
give the answer. Answer number 1.
Oh, that happened before once.
That's
We don't
right.
need to go back.
I
to
think
that.
it happened more than once.
The phone number
But
then.
the phone number I am prepared to share, 1-800-888-7077.
Wow, nicely done. Well, we seem to run out of time. Maybe we should just get started.
I think we should, because we do run out of time. So let's go, boys and girls.
I think we may still run out of time.
Odds
but
are high
let's-
that we will, but we'll do our best. So let's start with that very first riddle. Okay, kids, here it is. What do helpful mice do around the house? What do helpful mice do around the house?
Now, they're helpful.
I
And
wonder
they're
if
good.
Katie in Rock
This is a
Hill
good
knows.
thing.
I bet Katie might know that
She
answer.
is a clever riddle
'cause
answerer.
She is good at riddles. Let's see if we hear from her today.
All right, what's the phone number?
The phone number is 1-800-888-7077.
All right, if you think
That
you
was
know
good,
the
Mr.
answer.
Jason. That was
Yes.
good.
Thank you.
You've
That's
come
right.
a long way.
Yeah, it's part of my bilge pump operation
Great job.
training.
I just heard the phone ring, Mr. Mike.
Yeah.
I think they already know the answer
Wait,
to the
already?
riddle.
That didn't take long.
It didn't.
All right,
I'm
if you
let's
think you
hear.
know, give
I'm
us a
looking.
call.
Well, Emily in Mississippi already has the correct answer.
Wait.
Wow,
a minute.
Emily, what a great job. And Christopher in Florida. I mean,
Virginia.
I'm sorry, in Virginia. What do you think? I mean, that's so close. I feel like we should just say that's right because it's so close.
Yes. The Niblin kids in Charlotte also have the correct answer.
Oh, did you see what Hannah in Waynesboro,
Yes,
Georgia was thinking?
that's a great answer.
She was thinking it would be squeaky clean.
Of course.
I love that.
Great
And
answer.
Christian in Chesapeake, Virginia said that they made the house squeaky clean, and so did Braylon in Bellevue,
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Who else do we have in here, Mr. Jason?
Well, did you say Levi in Charlotte? He also said squeaky clean, as did Sarah in Alabama. Let's see. We have the McConnell kids who also believe that those helpful mice keep the place squeaky clean. Silas in Georgia says squeaky clean as well. That seems to be
Boy,
a
that
very
is
popular
the
answer.
number one answer today, but that's not the one we were looking for. But it really is. Maybe Mr. Mike should consider that the right answer next year because that is what most kids are thinking.
Well, listen to how the question is worded. Joshua is going to help us with this.
What do helpful mice do around the house?
All right. What do helpful mice do around the house? They're not doing squeaky clean.
Well,
They're
Ian
doing something.
Well, Ian in Knoxville kind of adjusted his answer to accommodate that. He says they squeak up.
Oh,
They squeak up.
that is
that's
excellent.
interesting.
Ryan in Hicksville, Ohio, that's the right answer. That's the one we were looking for. And
Well, Sienna in Utah also says they squeak things up.
they squeak the floor is what Aaron in Cincinnati was thinking. That's a great
Yep.
answer. And then Sienna in Utah, we've heard from her. And then Joseph in New Iberia, Louisiana. And let's see, who else did we hear
Joshua
from?
and Katie from Alabama have the correct answer that we were looking for. Ryan in Hicksville, Ohio also has the answer that we were looking for.
Yeah, Peter in Chattanooga is thinking that sure would be a helpful mouse. That's for sure. I would agree with that. Let's see, who else do we have here? We have, did you see that Gabe in Charlotte was thinking the cheese chores? I
like that.
love
I
that
like
one. That was a great answer, Gabe.
I would like helping out with those cheese chores. I think I could be
I could
very
use
helpful.
some cheese chores.
Yeah.
That's not the one we're looking for, but that sure was a great one. So many people are thinking that the mouse keeps it squeaky clean. Did you see Benjamin in Alabama?
Yes, I did. What did he say?
He said possum helpers. That's
Okay.
a good guess. That's a very good guess. Not the one we were thinking, but great job. Boy, these kids are really thinking
Yep.
today.
Ryan in Ohio also has the answer we were looking for. Good job, Ryan.
And you got Levi. I see Levi in Charlotte. I'm jumping around here, and I'm not really doing very good, Mr. Mike, at following along here. So,
It looks
What do
like
you got there, Mr. Jason?
Layton in New Paris, Indiana, also has the right answer. I see that, and Joseph from New Iberia, Louisiana, says that they squeal.
oh, that is true. That is true. So
Yeah.
that sounds good. Mr. Mike, do you want me to
Yep.
give the answer?
Let's go ahead and give that answer.
Okay, Mr. Mike. So, what do helpful mice do around the house? Well, they do mousework.
Mousework, and Emily was the first one to get that from Mississippi. Congratulations. Is there another answer?
Yeah, Cyrus in Tobaccoville, North Carolina, suggested that they feed the cats.
Oh, now there's sacrifice.
You talk about helpful mice.
Some give all.
Those helpful
So great.
mice.
Good job, Cyrus. That might be my favorite answer today. That was really great.
All right, now this next one I don't think we've ever had before.
You
So-
know, I'm going to be honest. I tried this on Mr. Jason, and
It took me a while. It did take me a while,
it
but I did get it.
I helped him with 4 out of 5 words in the answer, and then he came right along and got it right there.
Does that
So
mean he didn't understand it or he didn't guess it?
You know,
'Cause those are two different things.
You know what? Let's just go on.
Okay.
Give
let's
the
not
riddle.
judge him. Okay, boys and girls, let's see if you know more than Mr. Jason knew on this one.
Which is not hard.
That won't be hard. So here's the riddle for the next one. Why did the fish cross the road?
That's right.
Now, why did the fish cross the road.
Similar to the chicken.
Yes.
In this
Similar
case, it's
to the chicken.
fish.
I have my own answer.
Tell us, Mr. Jason.
well,
We'd
no.
love to hear it.
Take a minute and give us a call. And you give the phone number, don't you?
1-800-888-7077.
All right.
Mr. Jason, what's your answer over
Well,
there?
I say they would cross the road because they want to cross the finish line. That's the answer that I would have given.
Finish.
Finish.
Mr. Mike just
All right.
gave the thumbs down. Thumbs down on that
That was
one.
more of a mental. I didn't do it outside.
Oh, did you see that Ben and Abby and Rock Hill have popped in with the first
right answer?
Wait a minute.
answer? Ben and Abby, you two are...
They are fast.
I mean, they're fast, they're smart, they're everything.
Do they have inside connections?
None that I know of. I think they're just smart kids.
And fast on their phones. Well, I like Joseph from New Iberia. His answer was to get to the riverbank.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
a great answer. Let's see what else we have. The Paget kids in Alabama.
No relation.
No relation to Mr. Paget, Mr. Jason Paget, but you are so close to the right answer that I'm afraid to say it because I might tell all the other kids what the right answer is. So I'm gonna not read your answer, but you guys did an amazing job.
Yes,
That was
yes.
so good. Charlotte in Virginia was thinking that the fish were trying to get to the scales.
And I see to get to the school from David and Sarah.
Yep, that's also a good answer. Yep.
Okay, and the McConnells in Iowa, they absolutely
Got it.
got the right
Yep.
answer. That was so good. And so did Shadrach in North Carolina. And then Logan in Bradshaw, Wichita. Boy, it seems like lots of these kids are smarter than Mr. Jason here. And then you've got Emma down in Rock Hill. Emma got the right answer. And then you've got Matthew and Micah in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. They've got the right answer. Zeb in Cleveland, North Carolina, he was thinking to get to the pond.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay.
a good reason to
Okay.
cross the road for
Yes.
sure.
You
That's a great one. Who else do you have, Mr. Jason?
Well, Jeremy in Athens, Alabama, suggested, again, getting to the riverbank, which,
I love
again,
that.
that's a good answer. Violet in Utah, to get to the school.
That's so cute.
Rebecca in South Carolina has the answer we were looking for. In fact, Greg from Florida, I think, probably was
Yeah,
was
he's
in there
on
as
it.
well.
He's definitely on it.
So we're going to count that. And the Nibbling kids also, once again, here in Charlotte, they have the correct answer. Good job, Nibbling kids.
I see a lot of answers that have the right idea.
Yeah.
Right.
They're close. It's just that last word.
So
It's
Christian in
tricky.
Chesapeake says that they crossed to get some sushi.
That's a good answer. That would be a good reason to cross.
A little dark, but that's a good answer.
Josiah from Alabama was thinking because he was hungry, so that would be a good reason. I would cross the street for that reason for sure. To get to the pond was Sarah in Vale, North Carolina. Katie and Joshua, again in Alabama, came up with the right answer. Let's see here. Here's another to get to the school, and Caleb in Georgia, and then Brighton in Hampton, Virginia. That's the answer we were looking for. Great job, Brighton. Christina from Knoxville was thinking, again, they were going to the riverbank. So that's a great idea. Who else do we have here?
I think Christopher in Floyd, Virginia has the right answer. Jessica in Nebraska.
Obviously, Mr. Jason and I read it at the same
I
time
know.
because we both start laughing.
But I like that one because she has the fish going to the pond shop. The pond with a D, pond
Yes.
shop. Yes,
That's
good,
so
good,
All
good
right, you can
answer.
get that. All right.
Yes.
Good job, Jessica.
Sometimes fish have to make those tough calls. They,
Absolutely. Ryden from Virginia came in with the right answer. Faith in Petersburg, Indiana, she was thinking to get to the fishery. That's a great answer. And then Ryan in Hicksville, Ohio was thinking also to get to that riverbank.
Benjamin in North Carolina said the fish did it to prove he wasn't chicken.
Oh, I like that.
That's a great answer.
Well, it's official. We ought to go ahead and give the answer because we still have 4 more to go.
I know. I just feel so bad because we also heard from Julia in North Carolina and Joe in Richmond, Virginia, and Lillian in Portsmouth, Virginia, and Priscilla in Suffolk, and on it goes. But it was so great to hear from you. But let's get another riddle, and then you call us back on the next riddle. So here's the question. Why did the fish cross the road? Go ahead, Mr. Jason.
Well, they did it to get to the other tide.
Tide,
Yeah.
yes, the other side.
get
They
to the
wanted
other
to get to the
tide.
other tide.
Uh-huh.
Well, Ben and Abby
Sure.
from Rock Hill, it didn't stump them.
No.
They figured that one out. All right. Now, this one also deals with fish.
Oh, man, this is starting to
theme
sound a
here.
little fishy.
Of course.
Okay, here's the question. Why? Cancel the why. What do librarians use for bait when they go fishing? So what would a librarian use for bait when they went fishing?
All right. Well,
If you have a fantastic answer, now is the time to call this number.
1-800-888-7077.
Great answer. Great question here. No answers yet.
No answers
We're
yet.
still waiting. Sorry, my phone
let's
just
see here.
beeped and told me there was an answer.
Jonah in Louisiana.
Jonah, that's right. That's
How
what,
appropriate for Jonah to get
to
the right.
get the right. Jonah, we are so proud of you. That was the right answer, and you did it the fastest.
Yeah,
so
I mean, leave it to Jonah to get a fish answer right.
that's
Yes.
exactly right. But right behind Jonah was Joel in Richmond and Christopher in Virginia. And those Coon boys, it's always good to hear from them out in Goshen, Indiana with the right answer, as always. Bethany in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Great job, Bethany. And Faith in Petersburg, Indiana. That's what we were looking for.
Josiah in South Carolina said iced coffee.
That sounds like a great thing.
Sure. If you're taking orders.
That's right. Good job, Josiah.
Yeah. Emily from Missouri has the correct answer. Benjamin and Abigail, once again, from South Carolina, they have the answer we're looking for as well. So does Ann in Cincinnati, and Matthew and Micah in Charlotte, also calling in with the right answer.
That's interesting.
It says Charlotte, but they're actually in Travelers Rest, I believe.
Well, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. Well, who knows where they are right now?
Wherever they are, they've got the right
But
answer.
Matthew and Micah have the right answer, yes.
Absolutely. But then David called in from Hardest, Alabama, knew exactly what we were looking for. That's right, David. And Isaac in Burlington, great job. Sarah in North Carolina called in with the right answer. And let me just give you a list of the kids that got the right answer. Just a few more.
Right.
John in Ohio, Braylon in Nebraska, Pierre in Plains, Georgia, Charlotte in Virginia, Beverly in Nashville, Christian in Virginia, Priscilla in Suffolk, Latin in Indiana, Katie in North Carolina, Brighton in Hampton, and the 10 Miller kids out in Indiana. Every single one of those kids.
All of the 10?
That list right there was the top of the class.
Yep.
They got the right
You
answer.
missed Lillian. Lillian was on that list, too.
Oh, wow. Well, then, I mean, if you're going to point out who I missed, I also missed Tommy in Tennessee and Benjamin in Asheboro, North Carolina. Jalen and those
Virginia.
nibbling kids, they never miss a
They
call.
are right on top of it.
Who else do you have?
The Paget kids.
Well, of course, the Paget
Of
kids
course.
got it right.
Let's see, and also the Bujati family from South Carolina look like they have the right answer. The Adlasiers in Tennessee. It looks like Juan in Tampa also has the right answer. Chloe and Ellie from Alabama with the right answer. Ian in Knoxville. Mr. Ryan looks like
in Ohio.
yeah, and Isaac in Tobaccoville, North Carolina. Wow, just a lot of kids with the right
This
answers.
is the smartest group of kids I've ever met because we also heard, I was so surprised, but we're so happy to say that Bobby in Savannah, Georgia, you got the right answer. And of course, Katie and Joshua in Alabama, I think they've gotten the right answer on every riddle we've had today.
All right, well, here's the question again, in case you missed it.
What do librarians use for bait when they go fishing? What do librarians use for bait when they go fishing?
All right.
Well, I know that Jack and Ruby in Raleigh know, and so does Thomas in Smithfield, Virginia, and Corbin in North Carolina, and of course the McConnell kids in Iowa got it right. I mean, should I continue on, or
No,
are you going to cut me
we
off,
bet-
Mr. Mike?
We better cut you off. Don't take it personally.
I am a
but
little-
Well, I'm going to mention the Dias kids in North Carolina and Sienna from Utah.
I didn't cut him off,
And Matthias
so he
in
keeps-
Knoxville.
Well, you know what? That's funny because I was also at the same time thinking about Jalen in Virginia and then Barry in Charleston and
This is
Nicholas in
just
North
anarchy.
Carolina and then Lori in Indian Trail. I mean, the list goes on and on.
On and
I
on
mean,
and on.
And then there's
All
Ellen
right.
Titan and Wexall. You don't want to forget them, do we,
right.
Mr. Mike?
Oh, would never. Oh, no.
What
No,
about
you
Megan
know
in
that.
Wichita and the Cosgrove kids in Savannah?
Boy, this
All
is
right.
the smartest group I've
They
ever
are.
seen in my life. But let's just ask the question, what do librarians use for bait when they go fishing? Well, they use bookworms.
Of course they do.
Bookworms and
What else
Jonah,
would you use?
appropriately
Jonah,
enough, from
yes.
Louisiana was the first one to answer that for us. All right, this is not about fish. No, this is another new one. I don't think we've used this one before.
Oh, this is a great one. Now, you've really got to put on your thinking caps. So listen carefully to the question and then call in with that answer. Okay, here's the question. What did the dog say to his family at Christmas? So what did the dog say to his family at Christmas? I wonder if we will hear the right answer from Joshua from Rock Hill, South Carolina. I don't think we've gotten the answer from him today.
Not today.
So we're going to be waiting to see if we hear from
See if he
him.
calls in.
Right. There's so many people we haven't heard from.
Well,
so if you're one of those, so who do they call, Mr.
They
Jason?
call us at 1-800-888-7077. That's 1-800-888-7077.
So far, no answers.
What was that question again? Maybe they're just stumped.
It is a tricky one. The question is, what did the dog say to his family at Christmas?
Now, would you say this dog riddle is rough?
I wouldn't say that. Would you say that?
I would never
No.
say that.
No one in their right
That
mind
be
would say
odd.
that.
I would never say that.
Never.
But you know what? Vanessa in Nebraska would say the correct answer.
Oh, already?
Maybe if they got a package, they'd put a bow on it.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Okay, where was Vanessa?
That was from Lorien Indian Trail. Called that one in. That was a great try, but that was not the answer we were looking for.
no.
Sorry.
The puns are unleashed now. What are we going to do?
Absolutely. But Vanessa in Nebraska, guess what? She's on it.
She's
we
a-
did
yeah,
not
of
trick her
course.
even slightly.
I had hope. but
You
it's
had
been
hope, but
dashed.
you were wrong. Vanessa in Nebraska. Great job, Vanessa.
I have a couple. I've got a couple of answers that I would offer, but you know what? The kids have some good answers on here too. So we'll just let them have the limelight.
Make sure we mention that anyone want a more woof nog. I think someone said.
Woof knock?
Yeah, like eggnog.
Oh, like eggnog.
Is that what that is?
Wow.
So-
did Mr. Mike come up with that?
I'm
No,
not sure.
it's on the screen, officially
I'm
on the
starting to
screen.
think Mr. Mike did that
Benjamin
one.
in North Carolina was in the same line of thought with "woof woof Christmas." That was what Benjamin
You
said.
could say.
That's a very good one. Ryan in Hicksville, Ohio was thinking Santa Paws. That's a fun answer. But Christopher in Boyd, Virginia knew exactly what we were looking for. That's the right answer.
Katie and Elliot in North Carolina said, "I woof you a Merry Christmas."
That's so great.
yeah.
That is so great. I'm going to say that Priscilla in Suffolk, Virginia, you are so
Right on track.
So close. Yeah, I'm not going to say your answer because you are so close. I'm just giving you full credit for it, honey.
Well,
Great
looks like-
job.
It looks like Evelyn said Feliz Navidad.
That was one of my answers too. That I was going
Speak
to
in Spanish. Mr. Mike's trying to be Miss
Please,
Barbara today.
please,
That's
Navidad,
right.
yes.
Everybody's your turn. May speak Spanish.
Wow.
Two of us have.
So we heard from Ryland in Tennessee. We have so many kids that are so close. Zeb in North Carolina, same thing. Just so close. We've got
I
another.
think we could say that one though.
Okay, well, you do that.
Barky Christmas.
Barky
Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
I love that. In Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I think Miss Rita liked that one too.
Miss Rita loved the Barky Christmas.
Yeah.
Chattanooga, Tennessee was also thinking about I Woof You a Merry Christmas and then another Barky Christmas in Nicholas in North Carolina.
Hannah from Louisiana says, "I have a puppy." And, you know, that may have been on her Christmas wish list. That could be what that's all about. I'm not sure.
And then we heard from Cece down in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And then we have Bob in North Carolina. And then we have some of these are just so close. I'm just so nervous. I'm going to be a Mr. Jason and give the wrong answer.
Yeah, it's a noun now.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest.
It really is. It's hanging over your head. Did you see the Gullen kids in
It's my
Tobacco?
favorite.
Yeah. They said, "Bark the herald angels
Oh,
sing."
I like that.
Yes.
I might have to use that now. You know, not that it matters, but we are kind of running out of time already. I don't know.
Boy, Mr.
We're going to
Mike's
move
getting
it
a
to
little pushy.
4:40. Well, it is 6 minutes
Pushy.
for two more riddles and the answer.
But somebody
hey,
just said
okay.
Merry Wolfmas. Merry Wolfmas. And
Cornwallis from North Carolina says, "I wish you a furry Christmas."
oh, that's so great. Nicholas in North Carolina was thinking, bark you very much.
Yes.
That's very good. Okay, since Mr. Mike is driving
hurry.
the ship
He's in a
very
hurry.
tightly today, I will go ahead and ask the question, and Mr. Jason will tell you the answer on this one.
Okay.
So what did the dogs... What did the dog say to his family at Christmas?
Happy holidays!
That is so correct, and Vanessa figured that out. She's in Nebraska, and she was the first one to get through with that correct answer. Feliz Navidad is close, but not quite what we're looking for.
You just
All right.
like that one.
That was the Spanish version of the right answer.
Personal
favorite, yes.
All right.
Okay,
Right.
so now listen, kids, get that number in your phone because this is going to be one you're going to want to dial fast. Okay, here's the riddle. What animal sleeps with its shoes on? What animal sleeps with its shoes on? Now think about that.
The number to call is 1-800. They don't even need the number. 1-800-888-7077. That's 1-800-888-7077.
Now, Mr. Mike, would you like to take a guess at this?
Well, I don't know if it would be fair
Oh, because you got the cheat
because,
sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, the answer key.
Yeah.
The answer key.
let's see.
Speaking of answers, John in Ohio came in with the very first correct answer.
Wow, how did he get it that fast? That's amazing.
Who was this?
John in Ohio.
John in Ohio.
All the way from
Okay.
Ohio called in with the right answer. But no sooner did John dial that number than boom, Isaac from Burlington, North Carolina came in with the right answer.
Oh, so close.
And then no sooner was Christina in Knoxville, and then Bobby down in Savannah, Georgia, and then the Coon Boys in Indiana, always coming in with the right answer.
Indeed. And we also have the right answer from Wade in Robbins, North Carolina. Jack and Ruby from Raleigh, also with the correct answer. We have correct answers from David and Sarah in Harvest, Alabama. Charlotte, I don't know. Charlotte from Virginia. The Nibbling Kids also with the right answer. Rebecca from Georgia with the right answer. And Faith in Petersburg, Indiana also has the right answer.
Speaking of Indiana, did you know that Madeline from Indiana, she also called in with the right
Wow.
answer? And then
course.
Braylon down in Bellevue, he called in with the right answer. And then Susanna in Ohio and Jay from Louisiana. And then Emma and Julia and Micah. It's so great to hear from y'all. And guess what? You got the right answer. I'm so proud of all three of you. I'm so glad that you called today. And then don't forget that Abigail and Rock Hill got the right answer on that one. And then the Chamber Kids in Virginia, they also got the right answer.
Now, Greg and Rhonda in North Carolina, they're naysayers. They said none of them, they don't wear shoes.
Oh, good answer. They kind of tricked us on that one. But you know what? Mason and Charlotte knew the right answer. And then Violet in Utah and Aaron in Cincinnati. And don't forget Sabra in Smithfield, Virginia, because she absolutely got the right answer. And the Cosgrove kids, they got the right answer. And then the Daniel kids, boy, all the kids are working together like
They
teams
are.
today. They're down in Columbus, Georgia. But then there was CJ in North Carolina and Benjamin in Asheboro and Daniel in Tennessee. And those McConnell kids, they
There
get
they
it
are.
every time. And Sarah in Cleveland, North Carolina. And then Ruthie in Virginia. Way to go, Ruthie. That's the one we were looking for.
Now, the Parks kids in Wendell, North Carolina, have a great answer, but I don't think we can give it because it'll actually give away the answer we're looking for.
Well, the riddle spurred on a lot of answers. Maybe it's time to give the official right answer to this question.
Okay, but I know you were just getting ready to ask me, did the Paget kids call from Alabama? But they did.
They did.
And
Well,
then you said,
I
did
didn't
Olivia
need
in
to
North
ask
Carolina call? And
because-
did Melinda in
Of course.
Virginia call? And Joshua and Katie, did they call? And Daniel in Chesapeake and Peter in Mississippi and Nicholas in North Carolina? Yes, Mr. Mike, they called because Matthias called in Tennessee.
It's like she's reading my mind.
I know.
I was just
I
needing to
sensed
know
your
these things.
questions. So many more I could list on. But
Yes.
all of you that I didn't say, get ready to dial the number again because we're going to give you one more riddle today. But let's answer this one first. What animal sleeps with its shoes on? Do you know who does that? The horse.
Of course.
That's right. The horse, of course. John from Ohio was the first one to get through. But just about everybody, I think there was a horseshoe crab.
Yes, a
mentioned.
couple of those,
Okay.
and that's an honorable mention there.
Yes,
that's a pretty good one.
That
Yeah.
is so close. All right. One more question, and you have 54 seconds.
Oh, dial that number quick, kids, because this one's going to be a fast one.
Yeah,
This
we'll
is
see about
pretty
that.
easy, though.
Yeah, exactly. We got plenty of time. So, okay, here's the riddle. What side of the chicken has the most feathers? What side of the chicken has the most feathers? Now, I'm sitting here concentrating really hard. I'm wondering if it's at the left side. Is it the right side? I just can't think. Is it what side of the chicken has the most feathers?
There's no need to wing it. Just give us a call when you think you know.
1-800-888-7077. The phone's ringing already. I'm not sure if they need the number, but we're going to give it again. 1-800-888-7077. And wow, the correct answers have been flying in already.
Now, did John in Ohio get the last one right first?
Do you not appreciate flying in? That was, I thought, very clever.
I was really focused on John because I believe this is 2 in a row for John.
Flying.
Yes, that's...
As they
talk is cheap.
entertain themselves. Boys and girls, focus on Miss Barbara's voice right now.
What was the first right answer?
Well,
Did
like
we
I
ever
told you
decide?
twice, it was John.
Well, I didn't know if that was official.
That is
he had the
official.
last one. Wow,
That's what I was trying to share with
So
y'all.
what are you trying to say?
When the two of you were talking.
So you're trying to say
John
that John was first.
in Ohio. I am so proud of you, John. But you know what? Crazy, but your neighbor Zana in Ohio called in right behind you.
Oh, so close.
So close. But then Benjamin in Alabama and Jonah, good to hear from you again
Yes.
in New Iberia, Louisiana.
No, he's not just a fish riddle guy. He knows
all the riddles.
Yeah, he knows his answers.
But
yeah.
then Jack and Ruby from Raleigh, they got it right. I bet they worked like a team on that one. Isaac in North Carolina and Greg and Rhonda, we are taking your answer on this one. That is exactly right. And Joshua in Ohio. And, David and Dominique from Missouri worked together, and they got the right answer.
Also, Reginald in Rock Hill, South Carolina. Connor in Mechanicsville, Virginia. The 10 Miller kids also with the right answer.
Now,
Tommy,
that's a team.
That is.
That's
that
a
is-
team.
That's a couple of teams,
That's
depending
a
on the
couple
sport.
of teams. Great
More
job,
than baseball.
kids. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, Tommy in Nashville, Tennessee with the correct answer. Daniel in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shadrach in Tobaccoville, North Carolina with the correct answer. Aaron from Ohio. Ariana in South Carolina says the whole thing.
That's exactly right. I think that's a great answer, Ariana.
But the Paget kids in Alabama, they have the right answer as well.
I believe they're connected to Mr. Jason Paget over there, the way they're getting these answers right.
In name only, but still, they're...
You'll take full credit
I'll
for
take
those
that,
kids.
sure.
Absolutely. Jenna from Utah called in, and then Hannah in Georgia got the right answer too. Beverly in Nashville, Tennessee. Great job, Beverly. Isabella in Columbus, Georgia. And then Nicholas from North Carolina. And of course, the Coon kids from Goshen, Indiana, plugging in with another right answer. Luke in Dallas, Texas. And then the Welch boys in Robbins, North Carolina. I am so proud of you guys. That's the answer that we were looking for.
What about Bethany in Chattanooga? Way to go, Bethany, with the correct answer. The Parks kids in North Carolina said the downside.
Oh,
See what they did there with the feathers and
the
down.
down.
Yes,
that's great
yeah.
thinking, guys.
Michaela in Petersburg, Indiana has the right answer. Ian in Tennessee also said the downside. Priscilla in Suffolk with the answer we were looking for. Benjamin in North Carolina. Chloe also in Alabama had a close enough answer.
Very close answer.
And then Rylan from Rock Hill, the McConnell kids. Hey there, McConnell kids from Iowa. And then you have the right answer as well. And so does Ashley in Atlanta.
Ashley, that's so great. So good to hear from you from down in Atlanta.
Don't forget Christopher, the bok side.
Wow, that's a great answer.
That is
I
good.
love it. It wasn't the one I was looking for, but I think it's fantastic. And then don't forget that Larry in West Point, Georgia, called in and got the exact right answer. That's what we were looking for. And Matthew and Micah in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And then Howard from Virginia. And then Mark in Virginia is so close. I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you. Good job, Mark. Thank you for calling in with that. That was good thinking. Bobby in Savannah. Hey, it's Julia and Emma down in Rock Hill. They called with the right answer. That's another one for you guys. I'm so proud of you. Dawn from Fancy Gap, and then Julian and Logan from Wichita. Drew in Waynesboro, Georgia. The Costco kids from Georgia. Hey, there's Jonah in Greenville. I can't remember if that's the same Jonah or not, but another Jonah with another right answer.
Natalia from Wilmington said the right side.
Oh, good
Yeah.
answer.
Well, you wouldn't want them on the wrong side, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then of course the Nibbling kids from Charlotte have the correct answer. We got Evelyn from Kansas with the right answer. The Nolt kids from Middlebury, Indiana, and then Sarah and David in Harvest, Alabama suggested the Wings. So yeah,
that makes
you get partial credit for that
sense.
for sure. And then Elias from Sunrise, Florida has the
Did
correct
you see Katie and Joshua in Alabama called again? I think they have gotten almost every,
Yep.
if not every single riddle right today. And then Elias, you said Elias in Sunrise. And then Brian down in Florida got the right answer. And Anna Marie in Virginia. That is so great.
We've got Micah and Jonah from Rock Hill with the correct
Wow.
answer too.
Hey, guys, that's a great answer. That's the perfect one we were looking for. And that, Miss Jones. Did you know Miss Jones called from Florida?
I did not.
She did, and she said the right answer, exactly what we were looking for. Thank you so much, Miss Jones. Good to hear from you. And then Christian in Chesapeake, Virginia. Oh, did you see the Simmers family in Knoxville, Tennessee, Mr. Jason?
I have not seen that
Mr.
yet.
Jason,
but
are you with us?
I was just noticing the time.
The time. There's that
you
little
just
thing
give up.
about that. I kind of
I was a
moved
little
on past that.
distracted.
I wondered why they were loitering at the door. That's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I will not go on to tell you about Braylon calling and
Oh,
then Saber
okay.
calling
Well,
and
that'll
Julianne
save
and Ben
time.
and
Don't even
Kim.
mention Kim in Huntsville or Ben
Okay.
from Asheboro.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
so
like Kayla's going to remind us what the question was. It's been a while since anybody has actually asked it.
Which side of a chicken has the most feathers?
there's a lot of answers. Like Jackson in North Carolina, he was thinking
Oh,
all
here.
over the chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, all over the chicken.
And that is technically correct.
That is very correct.
Okay.
But the
So,
answer that Mr. Mike apparently is looking for in this moment right now, go ahead, Mr. Jason. What side of the chicken has the most feathers?
Well, that would be the outside.
That is so
Yes.
true. And John from Ohio again comes up with the first official right answer. Wow. So many riddles, so little time. Don't you agree? So little time.
so little time. But hey, can we do it again tomorrow? Come on, just one more
Well,
day,
if the
Mr. Mike.
Shareathon's not over,
Okay.
we'll plan on being back.
Either
good.
way.
Yes.
All right. Well, Miss Barbara, Mr. Jason, you have one more thing to say before you go, don't you?
We do.
Bye-bye.
The Captain's Club is a radio presentation of the Bible Broadcasting Network.